Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Real Talks. I'm your host, David Steele. So this week's roundup is going to be a little bit different. We're only going to be doing two stories. So one of them dropped earlier in the week, and the other one dropped within the last 24 hours. And I think that's the bigger story. So it has been confirmed 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, Henry Cavill is no longer going to be Superman. It's so that's an interesting move. Not interesting. I think a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with him ever since he came back in that cameo in Black Adam. So yeah, he's no longer going to be Superman. So let me read the statement that he came out with. So this was from his Instagram post or a post from Instagram that he just put up yesterday. I just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are the co-CEOs, as we know, of DC. And it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning to Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to their hire, this news is not the easiest. But that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a little bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but whatever Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. So that was the statement put out by Henry Cavill the other day. So a couple things off the top. Number one, classy move. I mean, just a classy move by him to say thank you to not only DC, Warner Brothers, but the fans that have stuck with him. I think that would be the reaction of pretty much any actor, but moreover because of the uncertainty he's gone through for the past 2 or 3 months. But that's not where the story ends. So according to the Hollywood Reporter just the other day, James Gunn is himself going to be writing a Superman movie. So I think he announced that the other day on the anniversary of the Richard Donner one being released. And he said that Superman is, quote, a high priority. So I think that it's going to be fascinating to see where we go from here. And he had said in a tweet that in the coming days and months, he's going to be revealing more to the fans. And then he has a lot of exciting things on tap. So I think that this is it. So there are so many different dynamics to this, and I want to get into a couple of them. Number one, it's interesting to see who came out on top and who came out on bottom, for lack of a better word. The Rock right now does not look good. So, I mean, there were reports out there that his team gave Deadline some financials to make it look like Black Adam turned a profit, when in fact it didn't. I mean, who knows what The Rock promised, because the fact is he left The Witcher, even though there were creative differences between the writers and Cavill, he still left. So he left a leading job that was doing fantastic and said, look, you can go play Superman again. So in that front, it doesn't look so good. So, and I'm not even talking about all the other projects, and that's for another time. So there's a couple questions that have to be asked here. Number one, where does Henry Cavill go from here? I mean, he's now out of a job. And so what does he do? He has a couple of options, okay? Number one, he can go to Marvel. He could approach, Kevin Feige and whoever and say, hey, guys, do you have anything for me? And he would be a welcome addition, I think. And I'm sure that Kevin would find something, that he could do, whatever it is. Door number 2 is that he goes play James Bond. I mean, No Time to Die, was last year and everything else. But Barbara Broccoli and, everybody else are looking for a new James Bond. This could open the door for him to be the next James Bond. I think that wouldn't be a bad selection. Okay? Or door number 3, does he go to do something else? Whatever it is, because right now he has all the free time in the world. He can read scripts, he can talk to people, and I'm sure he'll be able to get a job within 3 to 6 months. You will see him cast in something very, very soon, if one of those two other options are not available. So I think the other question that has to be asked is, where does The Rock go from here? Right? I mean, he is a multi-millionaire, okay? He's world-renowned, okay? And the fact is that, he said that it took many years to get Black Adam made. Well, it didn't look good, right? That being said, where does he go from here? Does he try to go back to the Fast and Furious franchise? Do another Hobbs and Shaw type of movie? Or does he go back to WWE? I mean, just saying. I'm not, I follow wrestling every now and then, but, that would be a huge get for them. Not only for the TV ratings, but everybody wanted the fantasy match between Roman Reigns and The Rock. So that could be on the table. Okay, because right now he has to really get back in the good graces of people. And so that's one way to do it. So that's going to be interesting to see. What do you guys think? Do you think he got screwed over by The Rock? Do you think that it's a good thing that he's not going to be Superman anymore? Do you think he could be the next James Bond? Leave your thoughts down in the comments for me.